Hello, everyone. I am Eddie, and thank you for clicking on the news update for today. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's news. Now, this first story is coming to us from the direct.com, and this is where Taron Egerton is opening up a little bit about his recent conversations with Marvel Entertainment. Here we have a quote from him regarding his meeting with Marvel Entertainment while he was on Sway's Universe Sirius XM show. And he states, I made the mistake of saying that I had had a general meeting at Marvel around 4 years ago, which is true, but it got kind of spun and twisted into this thing. So I'm now at a point where, because look, I've always said I don't know if I'm the right guy to play that part. I was with Hugh Jackman yesterday, briefly, who obviously played the role originally. We're such different vibes, I don't know if I would be the right person to follow him, but I've always said I would be open to it. But at the moment, there's no truth other than the fan casting thing, which goes kind of crazy every time I mention it. But who knows? Now, in another interview on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, he elaborated a bit more on his meeting with Marvel, but made it clear that it was not to play Wolverine. And we have a quote from him here where he says, so the reality is that there's been a lot of fan casting for it. And I took a general meeting with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige about 4 years ago, where I said it would be, I love the movies. I would love to do something. And he said, it would be great if we could find something. I walked away and haven't spoken to him since. I check my emails every 5 minutes, but there was never, in fact, there was a character that I mentioned in that meeting, but it wasn't that one. So that puts it into some perspective. So there's no truth, no reality to it. But I'd love to be a part. I'm a fan of those movies. So after reading that news, that kind of leads me to believe that maybe he was vying for a role as Cyclops. Maybe he was vying for a role as Iceman potentially. I think either one of those roles would work for him. I also think he'd make a great Wolverine. But you never know. Things can change. As he said, that meeting was about 4 years ago. So we'll see what happens with that news, and we'll be sure to keep you guys updated here on the channel. Now, moving on to our next story here, and this is regarding the upcoming Fantastic Four movie and some news that Kevin Feige decided to share. Now, this story is coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter, and with the next phase is set, Marvel homes in on its directors. Now, the article reveals, or excuse me, highlights and recent reveals made by Marvel Entertainment President Kevin Feige regarding the upcoming projects in phases 5 and 6 made at Comic Con, along with the most recent announcement that Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton will direct the upcoming Avengers The Kang Dynasty, set to release in 2025. While it also listed directors of other upcoming projects in the MCU, the article mentions that John Watts, who was originally set to direct the upcoming Fantastic Four film, has stepped down from the project. Now, Kevin Feige was asked about the Fantastic Four movie, where he compared Marvel's new take on the heroes to its pact with Sony to bring Spider Man into the MCU, noting this will not be another origin story. Now, we do have a quote here from the article where he says, a lot of people know this origin story. A lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that they've never seen before? Said Feige, who added that given the super team launched the Marvel Comics universe back in 1961, we've set a very high bar for ourselves with bringing that to the screen. Now, I'm thinking actually that we're probably going to see the Fantastic Four in the upcoming Ant-Man movie, Quantumania. I'm thinking that they may have gotten stuck in the quantum realm, or what we know as the quantum realm. I'm thinking maybe Kang put them there because he saw them as a great threat to his plans for the sacred timeline. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that film and seeing how it all plays out with, of course, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Singer or Statue, depending on how they're going to have her portrayed in the film. So we'll see how that turns out, and we'll also keep you updated here on the channel regarding that news. Now, moving on to our last story for today, and that is what the Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever stars are saying about their upcoming film. Now, this news is coming to us from Entertainment Weekly, and the stars of the upcoming movie shared their thoughts on getting this film right and their hopes on paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman, who passed away in 2020. Now, we do have a quote here from Denai Guerra, who plays Okoye in the film. And she says that the most important thing, of course, was honoring our brother, our leader, and our king. That was definitely at the forefront of our minds and our spirits and our hearts. There was this amazing impact that the first Black Panther had, so the need, I think, was to really solidify that these characters in this world have an arc. It wasn't a one time momentous thing. And we have another quote here from Winston Duke, who plays M'Baku in the film. And he says, it's also important to let go of any expectation that this movie will be Black Panther 1. This is going to be its own thing. This narrative has evolved and it's changed, just like all the characters and the circumstances of Wakanda itself. For me in particular, I just had to let go of the expectation of this being anything like the first movie and allow this movie to be its own thing. Now, in the article, the actors also gave high praise to writer director Ryan Coogler in regards to his integrity throughout the filmmaking process and how he shepherded Wakanda's story. Now, Black Panther 2 is set to release in theaters on November 11, 2022, and I am very, very excited to see this film. If you had the opportunity to watch our live stream coverage of San Diego Comic Con, which we just put up a few days ago, you got to see our reaction to the new teaser trailer for Wakanda Forever. I definitely wasn't expecting to be as emotional, as riveting as it was. With that being said, I'm definitely looking forward to this movie. Definitely looking forward to see who our next Black Panther will be, or Black Panthers for that matter. And I can't wait to see where we go next with this series. So, with that being said, guys, that wraps up our news update for today. But thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this news update. Remember to click the bell button for notifications so that you know whenever we have new videos here on the channel. And also, please remember to follow Nerd Collision on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But once again, I'm Eddie, and this has been your Nerd Collision News Update. Take care, and we'll see you guys soon.